multiple bungalow type apartment complex here. A fire broke out here about 15 minutes ago as we came overhead. You see LA City Fire is on scene. They're working on the roof there to vent it to help knock down the fire inside. But as we heard right now, no one is injured at this location. About 15 firefighters are on the roof, as you see right there, working on that venting. We'll stay overhead and bring you any further details as they come available. That's the latest for overhead. I'm Tim Lynn aboard Sky 9. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Tim Lynn, thank you very much, and we'll go back to that if necessary. Moving forward, though, we're going to go back to Anaheim. We have more on the Angels Stadium and what happened there tonight. They're honoring Angels pitcher Nick Adenhart, the late pitcher, of course. It's a somber scene at Angels Stadium where fans have come to pay their respects to him. Many are just standing around in disbelief over his tragic death. They've left flowers, notes, and stuffed animals to pay tribute to a valued member of the Angels team whose promising career will never be realized.
It's a family community. You have to come out here and pay your respects.
Now,
one of your family members died, whether you knew him or not.
He's a young kid, in the beginning of his career. I got the opportunity to see him throw again last night, and he threw special. He threw an amazing game.
Adenhart was only 22. Two of his friends were also killed in the crash, and one is in critical condition.
Adenhart's teammates really struggling to cope with this tragic death now. Team members gathered this afternoon for what was a very difficult and a very emotional meeting. Death is never easy, we know that, but it is especially difficult when it happens to somebody so young and so full of potential. Nick Adenhart's father spoke to the club at that meeting this afternoon, and then later Adenhart's agent Scott Boris and Angels outfielder Torrey Hunter shared some of what went on inside the clubhouse today.
A lot of these guys in here had never lost anybody in their family that's close to them. So I hate this happened, but this is part of life, man. Other than baseball, this is a real deal. And that's why you got to kiss your kids, kiss your family every day before you leave to go to work and get up in the morning. You kiss them because you never know when your time is called.
What did Nick's father say to them?
He really just wanted him to know that how appreciative he was, because Nick had spoken to him many times about various members of the team and their support. And it's really it's each player reached out and let him know that through calls or letters that they wanted him to stay in touch with them so that they all could be a part of what the Adenhart family's going through here.
Whatever his dad needs, man, we're here for him, and that's not just talk. I think we are serious. I know we're serious, and we'll do anything for him, and this is tough.
Well, tonight Angels game was canceled. Players admit it's going to be tough to go back on that field, but they believe that's what Adenhart would want them to do. Pat?
Well, let's turn to other news tonight and talk about this woman. She spent the last 45 minutes of her life twisting in pain on the floor of an LA County emergency room. And tonight, Edith Rodriguez's children have settled their lawsuit with LA County for $3 million. A security camera captured the terrible scene of Rodriguez lying on the floor, suffering from a perforated bowel as a janitor mopped around her. Her death 2 years ago contributed to the shutdown of the emergency room at the Martin Luther King Harbor Medical Center. And he operated on rap star Kanye West's mother, and she died the following day. Now plastic surgeon Jan Adams has had his medical license revoked after 2 convictions for DUI. The doctor performed 3 cosmetic procedures on Donda West the day before her death in 2007. An autopsy blamed complications from that surgery along with heart disease. Adams will have to wait 3 years before he can reapply for his medical license.
The deaths, the bodies, and even the funerals, they were all phony, fake, bogus. That's according to investigators. So what was the point? Well, investigators now say it was a big money ripoff, as Kcal 9's Mark Coogan shows us.
It was a solemn moment in 2006 at the Abbey Memorial Park in Compton, the funeral of a man named Jim Davis. But there never was a Jim Davis, not this Jim Davis. According to federal prosecutors, the funeral was a fake and capped an elaborate scam to steal money from insurance companies.
I think what's shocking here is the level of detail and the level of deception that occurred in this fraud.
Yesterday, 2 women in their 60s, Faye Schilling and Jean Crump, were arrested on a 5-count federal indictment accusing them of stealing up to $1 million by taking out life insurance policies on non-existent